thought it might be helpful to show you the second round of the small hexagon flower power motifs or the small square flower power motifs. So it's the same instructions for both. And just in case the written instructions are a little bit confusing, we'll run through it with a video tutorial. So I've made the first and the second round, and now I'm starting on the third round. So I've worked a chain one, and what I'm going to do is make a single crochet. And I'm going to reuse a stitch from the first round. It just makes the petals a little bit more defined, also makes the flowers a bit more structured. So I'll work my single crochet over the top of the previous round single crochet, reusing the stitch from the first round, like so. Now I'm going to move into making the petal stitches. So I'm going to skip the first stitch, which was the half double crochet from the previous round, and I'm going to use the second stitch from the previous round. So I'm going to make a half double crochet first in that stitch, and then a double crochet. Alright, so we get to the part that might be a little bit tricky, so let's run through it. So what we're going to do, I found that if I worked 3 stitches in the middle petal stitch from the previous round, it didn't really look that neat. It can sometimes get a little bit holey if your tension is a little bit looser, like mine is. So anyway, I worked out personally that I preferred the look of the petals if I work some stitches in between the stitch posts. So with the first one, we're working in between the stitch post of the stitch that we've just used and the next stitch post along. So there's just, you can see a gap here. So I'm going to actually insert my hook in through the gap between the 2 stitch posts and make a double crochet. And then I'm going to use the next stitch, which is the middle stitch of the petal from the previous round, to work a double crochet. And then I'm going to use the gap between the stitch post of the last stitch that we used there to work that double crochet and the next stitch post along. So gap in there, so inserting my hook in between those stitch posts to make a double crochet like so. And then I've just got 2 stitches left to do on this particular petal. So I'm going to work the 2 stitches in this next DC here along. So a double crochet and a half double crochet, both into that same stitch like so. And then I'm going to repeat that process around. So I'm going to skip this last half double crochet here, and I'm up to making a single crochet again in reusing a stitch from the previous round over the top of reusing a stitch from round 1 over the top of the previous round single crochet. So just inserting my hook in there and like so. I'll just make one more petal. So we skip the first stitch, we're using the second stitch, half double crochet in the same stitch from the previous round, and then we're going to work in between this stitch that we've just used and the next stitch along in between those stitch posts. So inserting my hook in between the stitch posts, making a double crochet, and then we're going to use the next stitch, which is the middle stitch from the petal from the previous round, to work a double crochet, and then working in between the stitch posts again. So that one we've just used and the next stitch post along, inserting my hook through that gap between the stitch posts, double crochet, and then the last stitch that we're using from the petal from the last round is this one here, the last double crochet and half double crochet, both worked in that same stitch from the previous round. So basically then just repeat that process around to complete the petals. So I won't do that now. One thing I'll show you as well is working the surface slip stitch. So I've got a yarn end here. So what I'm going to do is insert my hook through any stitch from the first round, preferably the one that's closest to where that yarn end is attached. So insert my hook through from the front to the back, and I'm going to yarn over and just pull a loop through to the front. I'm going to get myself all a bit twisted up here, but what I'm going to do is work surface slip stitch in each stitch around. So I'm inserting my hook through each basically gap, to each stitch where you see a little gap there, and I'm just pulling a loop through a slip stitch. So inserting the hook from the front to the back, yarn over hook and pulling through a loop just the whole way around basically until I get back to the start again. Just neatens up the appearance of the flower. You don't have to do this. It's not, it's optional, so it's not a requirement for the pattern to be completed, but it might give your flowers a bit of a more professional, neater looking appearance. Now if you find the last couple of stitches are looking a bit wonky, you can always go back over them. Sorry, I've just got a cat jumping on my laptop, about to destroy all my work. Good times. Where was I? All right. Now I've got getting distracted from, that's not what you want, is your cat destroying a year's worth of work on your laptop. Anyway, so I go my whole way around. What I would do is fasten off that yarn and stitch the yarn in on the reverse side.